Bet like the pros with the world's largest sportsbook right at your fingertips. The Circa Sports app is now available in Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Circasports.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Good morning, welcome to the news at 6. You're on Joy. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and here's 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are available on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM Cape Coast, Mighty FM Tamale, Gbewa Radio Yendi, and of course, Get Radio TV online content on myjoyonline.com. Coming up, ACP Benjamin Agordzos lawyer to pursue legal action seeks entitled benefits as they accuse the Attorney General of malicious prosecution.
Yeah, that's it. The remedy for malicious prosecution is usually compensation that will be paid for destroying a man just to guard public offices.
We'll bring you details as the Attorney General files of claims the trial was targeted. Major General Thomas Opon-Pepra is Ghana's Chief of Defense Staff starting February 1.
It is teamwork. It is not me, Opon-Pepra. Anyway, I'm from the armor. You can't penetrate me at all.
And in business,
International Monetary Fund forecasts revenue and expenditure to underperform government 2024 target by 0.1%. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, Secondary Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly set to embark on a massive typhoid vaccination for all food vendors in the metro, as most food vendors screen for the disease tested positive.
When we do the medical screen, when we go to do the food vendoring, the result that we have, typhoid fever, yes.
My name is Elton Brobe. Let's settle for the details now. Lawyer for ACP Benjamin Agordzo, Martin Kpebu, has served notice of taking legal action against the state to demand full benefits and compensation for falsely accusing his client of being a coup plotter. A high court in Accra yesterday acquitted and discharged ACP Agordzo and two others alleged to be plotting to destabilize the country, while 6 others were sentenced to death by hanging. Speaking to Joy News, Mr. Kpebu said his client is entitled to all his benefits, deprived him whilst on interdiction.
Yeah, so we are looking at it. We'll have to sue. We will look at how to put a case together and sue the government.
You're going to be asking for what? Compensation?
Yeah, that's it. The remedy for malicious prosecution is usually compensation that will be paid for destroying a man just to guard public offices. That's what this whole case is about.
But Deputy Attorney General Alfred Chonyawa is fighting off the claim.
Certainly no. If you think that the prosecution was malicious, as he said, you have the court of law there, you will want to test it. Nobody will fight you because you want to exercise your right. Nobody will fight you. This is a case that some people were charged. And the case of treason is not a child's play.
Lawyer for some of the accused persons, Victor Adawudu, said they will also appeal the judgment of the court sentencing his client to death by hanging. President Akufo-Addo has appointed the current Chief of Army Staff, Major General Thomas Opon-Pepra, as the next Chief of Defense Staff effective Thursday, February 1, 2024. It follows the imminent completion of the tour of duty and subsequent retirement from the Ghana Armed Forces of the current Chief of Defense Staff, Vice Admiral Sef Amuama. My colleague Masol Agbagba joins me in the studio with details of the statement. Masol, what more is in the statement?
Well, Elton, there are other appointments. Major General Bismarck Kwesi Owuna, Commandant of the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Commandant, has been appointed as Chief of Army Staff. Rear Admiral Issa Adams Yakubu and Air Vice Marshal Frederick Asari Kwesi Bekwin remain in their positions as Chief of Staff, Chief of Naval Staff and Chief of Air Staff. And all these appointments, according to the statements, were made subject to consultation with the Council of State pursuant to the provisions of Article 212 of the Constitution of the Republic.
Now listen to the newly appointed CDS touting the achievement of his team.
For the past 4 years, together, teamwork, we have achieved so much. And people are jealous of us. That is all. I didn't do it. We did it as an army, together with my staff officers and everyone. Commanding officers going to Bondasi and adding to whatever we are doing over there. It is teamwork. It is not me or Opon-Pepra. Anyway, I'm from the armor. You can't penetrate me at all.
the newly appointed Chief of Defense Staff upon Pepra. Let's stay a little longer on security-related issues because the Northern Regional Security Council has begun investigations into alleged killings of civilians by the military in Boko in the Upper East region. Boko has seen renewed fighting this month. 13 people have been confirmed dead and several others injured in a shooting incident that occurred in Boko. Earlier, the Ghana Armed Forces refuted claims that soldiers deployed on the Operation Mindaburi to restore calm have killed 3 people in Sabongari, a suburb of Boko. Upper East Regional Minister Stephen Yakubu called for calm in the area as RECSEC unraveled the cause of the death.
As RECSEC level, we are instituting to know exactly. So we have a committee that looking into this allegations of the army force and the operations. And you know that as security services, they are also trying very hard to bring peace to the area. And things like this, if it happens, then we have to go into it to find out if there were other things that were done not within the law. So it's ongoing, and we're trying to figure out and find out exactly what happened.
Stephen Yakubu is the Upper East Regional Minister. To some other stories now, and finding a working defibrillator, a tool that is used to shock patients back to life in the Fiankwanta Regional Hospital in the Western Region is akin to the knife wonder of the world. The sole defibrillator in the hospital is currently faulty and was donated by foreign students. Health workers are distressed and are crying for a working defibrillator, insisting it is becoming difficult to save patients who are in cardiac arrest. Jojo Kwabena has more.
A defibrillator is a life-saving equipment. When the heart is not beating normally, the defibrillator is used to deliver controlled electric shock to the heart. This shock can help restore the heart's normal rhythm in cases of sudden cardiac arrest. In countries like South Korea and the UK, defibrillators can be found in public places like pubs, markets, and crowded places. What about Ghana? We make our way to Ghana's oil city, Takrade. The Fiankwanta Regional Hospital receives referrals from across the region. It is fair to say that it serves over 3 million population. Can the hospital save your life if you go into cardiac arrest? Regina Kpebu, the unit head of the Accident and Emergency Center, shares a recent story.
We had this patient that was brought in with electrical shock. With that one, because of the external electrical current, it sends the rhythm to a different rhythm. So if we had this, we could have shocked the patient to set the rhythm to the normal. But we've got
Jojo Kabana for that report, and we have more in subsequent bulletins. The environmental officer at the Second Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly, Abdul Karim Hudu, said the assembly will embark on a massive typhoid vaccination for all food vendors in the metropolis to rid the metro of the disease. Speaking to Joy News on day 1 of the STMA Joy News Operation Clean Your Surroundings campaign, he explained a screening done for most food vendors on typhoid showed positive, hence the need for the vaccination. In Natalia Kwanzaa has more.
The Second Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly, through the EU-funded Twin Cities in Sustainable Partnership project in collaboration with Joy News, has commenced the unannounced visit to inspect the sanitary condition of households and commercial facilities in the metropolis as part of the campaign dubbed Operation Clean Your Surroundings.
As at now, if you look at the top 10 diseases in the metro, even Ghana, yes, typhoid fever is there. When we do the medical screening, when we go to do the food vendoring, the result that we have, typhoid fever.
In Natalia Kwanzaa for that report. And as the new Patriotic Party gears up for the primaries this weekend, all eyes are focused on the Dom Kwabena, Ghana's constituency with the highest voter population. With 1,070 delegates to decide the fate of 3 aspirants, the race is anticipated to be keenly contested. Samuel Mbura from our political desk has been on the ground and has come through with this report.
The Dom Kwabena seat is currently held by Sarah Adjoasafo, who has served as an MP for 2 times and is seeking re-election as a parliamentary candidate for the MPP in the upcoming 2024 general election. Residents in the constituency have been expressing their opinions about her candidacy.
Oh, I like Agordzo because the way you are looking at our area, I like it.
For us to give another chance to her, I don't think it's possible.
No. Agordzo, we didn't like her again because Agordzo causes trouble for here.
Sarah Adwoasafo's fierce contender, who lost to her in the last election by 8 votes, Michael Okwe Jr., is capitalizing on her flaws and remains optimistic of a win.
I believe that the delegates will do what is best for the party.
The third force in the contest is Sheila Oponsechi, a lawyer and development consultant from the Office of the First Lady. She believes the MPP needs a new face and energy for victory in the 2024 general election.
I bring to the table great experience as a member of the NPP, great experience from my professional life, and also I have showcased my community that I'm ready to work.
On her part, Sarah Adwoadsafo admits she has wronged her constituents and pleads for forgiveness.
It takes a woman of courage. It takes a courageous politician to accept that I've done something wrong. Forgive me. And that is what has touched the hearts of the people of Dome-Kwabenya.
And of course, we'll have more in subsequent bulletins as we build up to this weekend's parliamentary primaries of the New Patriotic Party. You can stay tuned to your election headquarters for everything. Well, that's it for the news. As says on Joy News. For more stories, log on to our website, myjoyonline.com. The Super Morning Show continues with Koyo Jansen and the crew. My name is Elton Brobe.
Is over. It's the Clash of Titans. The Total Energies African Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here. And as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. So drive to selected service stations and kickstart your year with lots of amazing giveaways. So starting Sunday 14th January, when you buy fuel or lubricants on selected match days from selected Total Energy service stations, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. Let's celebrate the passion of football together and win lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stocks last. Visit our social media pages, Total Energies GH, for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Let's live football together.
The boys are lined up looking for an opening. We are charging forward from our 3. Kuku has his eye on the cashier, but Yo gets there first. He taps, and he scores!
Win your ticket to glory with the ABSA Card Assist. Tap to pay with your ABSA debit or credit card, and you could win an unforgettable Premier League experience in the UK or any of over 50 consolation prizes such as home appliances and shopping vouchers. It's time to tap your way to the Premier League with your ABSA card. ABSA, the official banking partner of the Premier League. Terms and conditions apply.
Millennium Insurance has enhanced its motor insurance policy cover to make life more comfortable for you, our valued clients, and in the event of vehicle breakdown whilst on the road. To ensure your safety and that of your vehicle, Millennium Insurance will ensure that your broken down vehicle is towed to a safe place within 1 hour of call and 30 kilometers radius from the place of breakdown. This service is absolutely free. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, is on standby to be of service to you. Contact us now on 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821, 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex Tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex Tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex Tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Syntex Tank. Syntex Tank, stress-free. Syntex Tank, reliable. Syntex Tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168. Kumasi 0505 555 666 or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank. A strong, a tough.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Intuitive navigation. Navigate through an array of revamped categories that cater to all interests. Join the conversation with our interactive comments section. Get live TV,
Confidence of the football
radio, and podcast of your favorite TV and radio shows on Joy and Adom platforms. Powerful search. Find any story with ease with a simple click. Access precisely what you're looking for. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
Wow. Sounds a bit like the voice you hear when you call, Vodafone and, your call is not going to go through. The number you have dialed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably because it's the same person.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the same person. It's Mama V.
Kudos.
Yes, kudos to Mama V. How you doing, Agordzo?
I'm good. I'm good. You?
Not bad though. I want to hire the guy at KPMG to go and talk to my bank.
To do what exactly?
Like I want some extra time.
Oh, come on.
They should dash me money and give me extra time to pay it back. Charlie. So they've got until the 23rd of February now to finish the audit on SML. But GRA's request for the SML, measurement equipment to remain in place has been denied. President says yank them out of the tanks while the audit is done. Yeah.
Well, we wait for the outcome of the audit.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, so if GRA's request had been granted, SML would have continued monitoring fuel levels at the depot without being paid because the contract has been suspended.
Oh, really?
So that means they would have done it without being paid
for free,
or they will come for their arrears later.
But while they are being investigated, I don't see why they should still be. I don't know. It's just I don't know why the push to still have them on.
But I mean,
but apparently they were doing a service for the country that.
I just find it interesting that the GRA was the one insisting on their remaining at the depot. So the GRA relies on SML for something.
Yeah.
There is something that SML is doing that the GRA can't do without.
Apparently.
So they need them in place. That's problematic. Bearing in mind that in this documentary that brought all of this to light, GRA officials were among those saying that SML is adding no value.
Well, perhaps just
and is assuring no revenue.
Just to prove a point that they were actually doing something that was.
But why would they want to prove a point opposite to the one they made in the documentary?
I don't know.
Yeah, I do. Anyway, if the MD of ECG's words are anything to go by, it's not quite clear that this VAT
on electricity
will actually be implemented. But then anyway, we'll examine what he had to say about that on PM Express last night. We'll examine that today. I guess we can head into the unknown. After, first of all, saying a big thank you for the 6 a.m. news to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Now, of course, Akpafu, Nixon, Sabutizi, Pios, and the rest of the team have everything you could possibly need to know from the world of business right here on the Joy Business Report.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, International Monetary Fund forecasts revenue and expenditure to underperform government 2024 target by 0.1%. Also, $300 million World Bank cash to hit Bank of Ghana's account in the coming weeks as Washington-based lender expects the support to fast-track Ghana's economic recovery. Plus, Ghana Union of Traders Association joins calls by the Trades Union Congress to review the 15% value-added tax on electricity for lifeline consumers. Details coming up. Thanks for joining us. My name is Daryl Kwao. Hello to our friends listening on KT Radio in Koforidua. The International Monetary Fund says it expects revenue to underperform the government target by 0.1% of the size of the economy in 2024, whilst expenditure overshoots the target by a similar margin. The fund is forecasting a budget deficit of 5% for Ghana in 2024 compared to the government's target of 4.8%. Here's more in this report.
The International Monetary Fund's fiscal outlook for 2024 projects an overall budget deficit on a commitment basis at 5% of the size of the economy. Seemingly, this aligns with Ghana's election year fiscal performance. According to IC Research, it appears the IMF has taken a slightly conservative posture with a 0.2% of gross domestic product slippage baked into a 2024 deficit forecast of 5.0% compared to the government target of 4.8%. Meanwhile, IC Research says improving external position will cap foreign swings, but external debt restructuring is key. Encouragingly, it's pointed out that the updated external sector framework showed a marginally improved outlook on the balance of payment gap, despite maintaining a pre-restructuring assumption on the external interest payment.
That was a Business Digest report. Now, the $300 million World Bank cash should be transferred to the Bank of Ghana's account in the coming weeks after the Washington-based lender approved the disbursement of the fund following Ghana's completion of the first program review under the IMF program. Senior economist at the World Bank Group, David Elmali, says the World Bank is working to quickly release the funds to aid Ghana's economic recovery.
In our view, should be helpful to the economy in a way is the reform of supported. And those reforms for macro stability really should help the private sector together, with the structural reforms on the investment climate, on the financial sector stability. The hope is really that it improves, the economy and that it helps Ghana's recovery. The other thing that's extremely supporting is our direct support to social protection programs, including the LEAP. This operation supports that, and it's a key part of the program of the crisis recovery program to really help protect the poor and the vulnerable Ghanaians from the adjustment.
David Elmali is senior economist at the World Bank Group. Research lead at GCB Capital, Courage Boutique, is calling for the strengthening of forex reforms to manage and sustain liquidity in the exchange rate market. His comment coming at a time Ghana's exchange rate regime is forecast to be robust in the first quarter of the year, following the release of a $600 million second tranche funding from the IMF and $300 million from the World Bank to support the economy. Mr. Boutique has been speaking to Joy Business.
Well, it's more of the reforms. We've been doing a few reforms here and there. You have to control the CD liquidity levels on the market. We've seen a switch from keeping reserves, CRR in dollars to now just CDs. All of these are ways to mop up CD liquidity from the system and release some effect so that there will be a bit more liquidity on the market. Because as it stands, portfolio investors are not coming in with flows. They are not just open to the Ghanaian market. So it's trade finance, export receipts at Bank of Ghana's interventions, and things like that. Those are the sources of flow to the market and what the banks are providing.
Research lead at GCB Capital, Courage Boutique there. Now, some businesses and regulators are yet to start implementing the new taxes signed into law by President Kpebu last month. This is despite the Ghana Revenue Authority announcing that it has set the 1st of January as the date for implementing the taxes. Here's George Affe with more.
The Electricity Company of Ghana was the first to say that due to challenges in configuring their systems, it has not started charging the VAT on electricity consumption. Joy Business checks with the insurance companies have also shown that they are yet to start enforcing the tax. The insurance companies should have increased insurance premiums by at least 21.9%. This was due to the fact that they are now required to charge VAT on all non-life insurance products. However, there hasn't been any communication by any of these individual insurance companies about charging these taxes. It is not clear for now whether push for these taxes to be frozen has been one of the major reasons why these firms haven't started enforcing these taxes. One is also not sure about how this could impact on government's plan to mobilize about 5 billion Ghana cedis from these 7 new tax amendments that were signed into law by President Akufo-Addo in December last year. The Ghana Revenue Authority had maintained that it has set January 1, 2024 as the implementation date. It expects every business to comply when it comes to filing of their returns, showing that they've started enforcing these from 1st January 2024.
Georgia, meanwhile, the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, is supporting calls by the Trades Union Congress to review the 15% VAT on electricity. President of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng, is rather proposing a 5% rate in the interim.
Normally, they think that when they increase more taxes, they are going to increase the revenue. But on the contrary, when taxes are so high, it tends to decrease the tax enhancement. And so they have to notice that. So much as they want to add something to the electricity charges in terms of VAT, I think they can also be unique. In the they have to be very innovative in the how to go about it by reducing the rate to about maybe 5% so that they can have it at the same time where businesses can also thrive.
President of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng. Now, the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development has launched the 2024 ECOWAS Investment Forum aimed at providing member states with investment partnership that would contribute to the growth of their economies. According to the president of the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, Dr. George Ajekum Donko, the forum will serve as a platform for countries to deliberate and find solutions to some global challenges such as food insecurity and climate change.
The forum will create opportunities for relevant and tangible investment partnerships and dialogues. It will also present a pipeline of development projects and programs from various key sectors, namely agriculture and food security, support to SMEs and SMIs, infrastructure and energy. Our panel will also bring experts together to address critical issues related to food security and infrastructure development.
You had Dr. George Ajekum Donko, president of the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development. On Investor Eye today, you could be deceived with promotions or gifts to invest in a fraudulent scheme. This means that you must always check if an investment firm is licensed before you invest. Emmanuel Mensah appears as director in charge of risk management department at the Securities and Exchange Commission, and he talks on some of the modus operandi used to scam investors.
The forum will create opportunities for relevant.
Then there's the reciprocity tactic. With that one, they'll give you something as a bait to invest, either something physical, or they may even say that, okay, if you invest, we'll give you a discount payment and so on and so forth. It will surprise you that sometimes they even give things that you can get anywhere, maybe a certain soap or something, as a way of enticing you to invest with them. And then they also have what they call the scarcity tactic. Okay. So they will say, invest now, because they know that if time passes after listening to them, you may cool down and think properly. So they will give you some kind of agency to invest.
Investor Eye returns next week, Tuesday. Before we go, let's check the markets for you. This morning on the commodity market, crude oil trading at $80 a barrel. Gold trading at $2,015 an ounce, after going up marginally. Cocoa gained a significant $151 from yesterday's trading. It's selling this morning at $4,785 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 12 cedis 41 pesos. That's on the retail market. The pound 15 cedis 51 pesos. The euro going for 13 cedis 50 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. And the Super Morning Show continues with Kojo Yankson and the team.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
Yes. DJ Wobete has given us a song to start things off today. It's by Ebuka Songs Live. Yes. And it's called, the title is interesting. It's called Calling My Name, I'm a